bit more showbiz.
My name is Elton John.
Let's go for your Michael Caine impression. Just let's see what it's like.
My name is Elton John.
Beautiful, cut there.
The more people in society that get vaccinated, the more chance there is of eradicating the national COVID pandemic. It's really important to know that the vaccines have all been through and met the necessary safety and quality standards.
So this is the bit where you're going to have the vaccine now, Elton. So
right.
Just kind of pretend that you're having the vaccine from a nurse.
Oh.
What was that, Elton?
That was me acting.
Okay, let's cut there.
And as you can see, I'm still standing. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Wow, okay. Thanks, Elton. We'll let you know.
Oh, well, at this short notice, you won't find anyone bigger.
This year has been a very trying year for many in our community, including many of our sponsors. TCSN has decided to broadcast this abbreviated sports season commercial-free in order to give Spartan fans an opportunity to watch and listen to the games. Now, TCSN is a business, and it does take money from our advertisers to cover our cost to broadcast. But until we have a regular sports year, we are glad to webcast Stanwood Spartan Sports for you, the fans. We encourage you to visit our many sponsors who have supported us in the past, as well as all of our local businesses in and around our community.
Papa, can't we telegraph while riding a horse? Son, there ain't no one to blame but Jeffro. He was riding old Betsy the Stallion, tip-tapping away at his telegraph, when blam, ran right into the side of the saloon. Well, if Jeffro can't do it, neither should you. Don't text and drive.
Visit StopTextStopWrecks.org. A message brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, Project Yellow Light, and the Ad Council.
You're listening to Stanwood Spartan Sports on TCSNSports.com.
Hi, we're the Goo Goo Dolls. We're fortunate that our daughters have what they need to grow and learn. But that isn't the case for nearly 13 million kids in the U.S. that struggle with hunger.
Childhood hunger is a heartbreaking reality that Feeding America is working to change. Each year, the Feeding America network of food banks rescues billions of pounds of good food that would have gone to waste and provides it to families and children in need.
You can help kids in need in your community by visiting feedingamerica.org.
Brought to you by Feeding America and the Ad Council.
And welcome back to Stanwood High School's brand new gymnasium. It is beautiful, as is the rest of this brand new high school here. Earlier today, Stanwood's Vice Principal and Athletic Director Tom Wilfong gave me a tour of the facilities, and wow, it looks great. And I encourage you to, if you got time, just take a look at Stanwood's YouTube page. They've got a walkthrough videos on there. You can walk through the school and see what it looks like. But let's talk about some volleyball now. The Marysville Pilchuck Tomahawks are the Stanwood Spartans' opponents. Our opponent this year. They had a young team last year who were improving. Now they have 7 returning seniors and who look to make a mark on this year's abbreviated season. Last year, when the Stanwood Spartans played the Marysville Pilchuck Tomahawks, the Spartans won it in 3 games, 25-21, 16-25, 25-20. 25-20 and 25-17. If I remember right, it was a competitive match for the Stanwood Spartan girls, but they took care of this Marysville Pilchuck Tomahawk squad. Now let's talk about the Stanwood Spartans. Well, they're a young team. They have 11 juniors, just 1 senior on the squad and 1 sophomore. But Spartans, they're going to be returning some key players from last year's team. Barrett Anderson, Leah Jones, Greta Hendrickson are expected to provide a lot of the offense for the Spartans. And Grace Henkin will be setting them up. Middle blocking, Olivia Rukert, Lily Jones is no longer with us. Leela Bearmar. And the defense, Baylor Hessel, Carly Nigerman, Greta Hendrickson, and one of the better servers from last year coming back, Carly Nigerman, will be there as well. Spartans, well, they're coached by Megan Admonson, who has had her team in the postseason every year of her coaching career here at Stanwood. She has developed a program that has just been turning out winning teams year after year. Now, this year there is no postseason for these girls, so they are looking to win the regular season, and it is just only 9 games in this abbreviated season. And so every win is important, or every game is important. Loss could really derail your goal of winning the Westcote title. But when we come back, we will come and take a look at the starters for tonight's game. You are listening to Stanwood Spartan Volleyball here on TCSNSports.com. When you want to find out about all the events and happenings that affect you where you live, the source to go to, the Stanwood Camino News. Check out the weekly edition every Tuesday. For the latest breaking news, sports, and weather, go to Stanwood Camino News website, scnews.com, online 24/7. So for the news that affects you where you live, go to scnews.com and the weekly Stanwood Camino News.
Test 1, 2. Testing 1, 2. Test 1, 2. Test 1, 2.
Council.
I'm probably okay to have one more drink before I drive home. I'm probably okay. I open the window to stay alert. Probably okay. I just popped some gum in my mouth.
Step out of the car, please.
I probably made a mistake.
Probably okay isn't okay when it comes to drinking and driving. If you see a warning sign, stop and call a cab, a car, or a friend. Buzzed driving is drunk driving. A message brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Hi everyone, Al Roker here. As a guy with his own catchphrase, I appreciate that Smokey's only said,
"Only you can prevent wildfires."
But I'm filling in because there's a lot more to report. Like when there are parched or windy conditions out there, you gotta be extra careful with things like burning yard waste. After all, wildfires can start anywhere, even in your neck of the woods. Go to SmokeyBear.com to learn more about wildfire prevention. Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service, your state forester, and the Ad Council.
Adopt US Kids presents What to Expect When You're Expecting a Teenager. Learning the Lingo.
GOAT, G-O-A-T, acronym, stands for Greatest of All Time. As in, spaghetti sandwiches for dinner? They're my fave. Dad, you're the GOAT.
You don't have to speak teen to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care will love you just the same. Visit adoptuskids.org. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, Adopt U.S. Kids, and the Ad Council.
And welcome back here to Stanwood High School in the brand new gymnasium. I'm got to keep gushing about that because it is just outstanding. Hey, let's talk a little bit about the schedule. We've got, again, abbreviated schedule this season. We've got girls volleyball, girls soccer, and football. And we are only doing home games, but we are also teaming up with the Career Technical School, CTE, department here with Stanwood High School students and their director, Ross Short, who is videotaping the game, and we're kind enough to let us apply the audio. Our schedule this Friday, we're going to be taking, we'll switch to girls soccer, and that will be Stanwood taking on the Snohomish Panthers, and that's always a good match between the two soccer teams. Stanwood versus Marysville Getchell volleyball will be taking place on March 9th. And then our first football game will be Stanwood versus Lake Stevens. That'll be a week from this Friday, March 11th. Stanwood versus Arlington in football. That's Stanwood versus Arlington in football on March 12th. And we'll go back volleyball on the 11th. And then we go back soccer on March 16th, Stanwood versus Arlington. And then March 17th, Stanwood versus Montlake Terrace, another volleyball game. And our final game of the regular season of soccer will be Stanwood versus Glacier Peak. We've got a volleyball game on the 25th, Stanwood versus Jackson. And our football will be Stanwood versus the Jackson Timberwolves here at home. And a final soccer game will be March 29th, Stanwood versus Everett. If, cross our fingers, all goes well. Now tonight we've got volleyball, and again we're missing my broadcast partner tonight, Bob Crawford. He will be back later in the season. But tonight, the volleyball is up to me, and unfortunately, he is our volleyball expert. So I will do my best here, but should be good. Stanwood Spartan volleyball team looking to get the first win of the season. And let's take a look. We're going to kind of stretch for time, but let's take a quick break, and we'll come back, and we will have the starting lineups for the Stanwood Spartans. This is Stanwood Spartan Volleyball on TCSNSports.com.
You're listening to Stanwood Spartan Sports on TCSNSports.com.
1 in 3 adults has prediabetes. 1 in 3. That means it could be you, your football buddy, your football buddy, or you, your best man, your worst man, you, your dog walker, your cat jogger. While 1 in 3 adults has prediabetes, with early diagnosis, prediabetes can be reversed. Take the risk test at doihaveprediabetes.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and its prediabetes awareness partners.
Neil Armstrong waited 6 hours and 39 minutes to step onto the surface of the moon. Jackie Robinson waited 20 months to play his first game with the Brooklyn Dodgers. And even DiCaprio had to wait 22 years to win an Oscar. You can wait until your destination. Don't text and drive.
Visit StopTextStopWrecks.org. A message brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, Project Yellow Light, and the Ad Council.
Steven.
Who said that?
Me, down here.
Ugh, what are you, a yellow...
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Stanwood High School for tonight's matchup between your Stanwood Spartans and the visiting Marysville Pilchuck Tomahawks. We remind you the interscholastic activities are an extension of the classroom and that lessons are best learned when the proper respect is accorded all. So let's be a sport and remember the Western Conference philosophy: be loud, be proud, be positive. And now, ladies and gentlemen, please help me introduce tonight's starting lineups. First, the starting lineup for the visiting Marysville Pilchuck Tomahawks. A 5'10" senior, number 2, Lauren Rainey. A 5'6" junior, number 3, Ariana Turner. A 6'1" senior, number 5, Kaylee Carter. A 5'10" junior, number 6, Carly Scallion. A 5'10" senior, number 11, Madison Baxter. A 6'1" freshman, number 14, Becca Carter. And the libero, a 5'2" junior, number 4, Emma Napahi. And now, ladies and gentlemen, let's introduce your Stanwood Spartans. A 5'11" junior, number 1, Jolene Hendrickson. A 6' junior, number 2, Lily Jones. A 5'9" sophomore, number 3, Barrett Anderson. A 5'11" junior, number 8, Olivia Ruckert. A 5'9" junior, number 16, Grace Henkin. And your libero tonight, a 5'5" junior, number 12, Baylor Hessel. Ladies and gentlemen, tonight is a historic night. Not only is it the first time in 375 days since any Spartans have been in athletic action, tonight is the first game ever held here in the brand new Stanwood High School Gymnasium. We offer a huge thank you to the community of the Stanwood Camino School District, the administrative team, the school board, and all the contractors that have made tonight possible. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, tonight's game is being broadcast live on TCSNsports.com. We're also live streaming it in a variety of sources. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, will you please rise and honor our nation with the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance Thank you. For all those listening at home, I now turn you over to live coverage from TCSNsports.com, your home for Spartan Athletics. Take it away, Perry.
So let's go. Again, Stanwood Spartans, they're going to be on your right, and they're in the solid red. I don't know how that comes across on your screen. Marysville Pilchuck, kind of a little bit lighter red jerseys. But we are ready to go. We think. And we've got enough the C team and the JV teams here to make a little bit of noise, and the cheerleaders are here doing their thing. So we are ready to go. The very first varsity match of any kind right here in this brand new gymnasium. So it'll be Lauren Rainey will be serving for the Tomahawks. Tomahawks, they've got quite a few seniors in their squad, and this one is served deep, going to be dug out by Barrett Anderson. Or excuse me, that was not Anderson. Anderson hit it and over, but get back, and this one went out of bounds, but off of Spartan. So it'll be Lauren Rainey, the captain of the Tommies, serving her second. And this one is going to be knocked up, and that is Emma Floyd. Oh, it's got number 9 there. My eyesight a little bit bad. That's Carly Nigerman knocking it out, but that up and out of bounds. So it'll be 2-0. As Rainey serves this one, right-hand side, goes to the libero for the Spartans. And this one hit by Barrett Anderson hard, but just a little long. Barrett Anderson, only 5'9", but man, she can hit it. So 3-0 Marysville Pilchuck Tomahawks. Rainey hits this one long and out of bounds, and Spartans get one back. It'll be 3-1. And serving first for the Stanwood Spartans will be Olivia Ruckert, 5'11" junior. She's a good server. She hits this one right-hand side and is going to be dug out. Set and hit over and saved over there by Ruckert and out of bounds, unfortunately. And another point for the Tommies. 4-1 our score. And Ariana Turner, a junior outside hitter for the Tommies, hits this one and right to the libero for the Spartans. Hessel and hit over. There's a set and a dig and just a little dink over the net by Madison Baxter. Just hit it where the Spartans weren't. Typical strategy, hit it where they ain't. 5-1 Tommies. This one, little short serve, and Carly Nigerman made a dive to try to get it, but out of bounds. Make it 6-1 for the Tommies. And again, Ariana Turner serving. And this one had no spin on it at all. It's going to be set and a little dink over and almost a point, but saved by the Tommies and then hit into the net by Turner. And Spartans get back on the board, 6-2. Let's see if they can get a little bit of a run here. Now serving for the Spartans, be Grace Hentgen. Grace had a lot of varsity experience last year. And Spartans rotating. Jolene Hendrickson coming out.
Number 4, Mallory Duffy.
And Mallory Duffy coming in. This is going to be a serve dig on in the corner, dug out by the Tommies, and then a great block. And I think this one was blocked by Mallory Duffy coming in, and Mallory getting up there, 5'11". Blocked that, got another point, 6-3. Comes another serve, it's over, dug out, set, And a spike and off the net and on the line, and that is going to be a point for the Tommies. They got over Lauren Rainey, their captain. And now their libero, Emma Napiahi, getting set to serve. She goes right to the back wall. And comes in, hits a hard right-hander right to Hessel. Set, and then the spike. Barrett Anderson, and just missed that back line. She just sent a fastball to the back line, and it just a little bit over. So point for the Tommies, 8-3. Napiahi's your second serve. Gets it up and over right to Hessel. Hessel, it's set up, and this one hit and dug out. Mallory Duffy hits it, and Tommies couldn't control it. It goes out of bounds, and Spartans get back on the board, 4-8. Spartans need a little bit of a run here. And now coming will be Barrett Anderson. Barrett, just a sophomore. Hits a hard one, but no spin, and it's handled by the Tommies. They set up and punched over and out of bounds. And Carly Scanlon just kind of punched it wide by about a foot. So a point for the Spartans, 8-5. Tommy's in the lead. Here comes Barrett's second serve. Comes over and another fastball, and they cannot handle it. That one, it's an odd-looking serve. There's no spin to it, and it's coming in with a lot of steam. Barrett's third serve. And this one had a little change of pace there. Handled in the corner. Set, spike, and then blocked. I believe that was Duffy. And then Spartans again hit it over, and they get another point. I think there was a double hit on the Tommy side. I'm going to give that to Bluffy. I got a referee right my way. I'm going to see if I can change my angle here. And here's Barrett's fourth serve, and an ace. Just smoked that one right by Ariana Turner and out of bounds. It's all tied up, 8 apiece. Here comes Barrett. And another ace, 2 in a row. That one just crawled over a let serve, climbed up the net and up and over. But she hit it so hard with enough spin, it just had traction. Spartans with their first lead of the night, 9-8. Here's Barrett's second one, and this one into the net. So we're all tied up 9 apiece, but got the Spartans back into the business. Carly Scanlon serving. And a little floater up, handled by the Spartans. A dig. And that one free ball over to the Tommies. Let's see what they do. They set. And a hard spike, but out of bounds. So Spartans take the lead 10-9. Let's see if they can stretch this one out a little bit. Coming to serve for Stanwood will be Baylor Hessel. 5'5"
Baylor Hessel.
libero. And just tried to cut the corner and just a little wide. So we're all tied up 10 apiece.
Serving for the Tomahawks, number 11, Madison Baxter.
Now it would be Madison Baxter serving for the Tommies. She's a 5'10" senior. Walks all the way to the line and hits it long. Spartans lead it 11-10. JV squad lost to Marysville 2 games to 1.
Jolene Hendrickson, she is set to serve.
But an exciting match. Now coming to serve will be Jolene Hendrickson, 5'11" junior. She hits it, and that one's a little knuckleball up and over. And a nice spike there by the Spartans, and knocking that one in was Olivia Ruckert. 12-10. All right, here comes Hendrickson's second serve. Handled, dug out, and another dig, and a free ball over by the Tommies. Dug up by Hessel. Set up by Henkin, and then up and over. And I'm going to say, I think it into the net by the Spartans, and a point to the Tommies there. So 12-11. Spartans with a 1-point lead. And coming serving for the Tomahawks will be Becca Carter. And she hits a hard, but into the net. So it's going to be Stanwood's point. 13-11 our score. And coming to the serve,
number 6, Emma Floyd.
Emma Floyd, the 5'9" junior. Emma puts it up, puts up a little floater, going to be not handled, had a little English on it, and it was a dig, had a little bit of a spin, and went out of bounds. 14-11. It looked like it was handleable, but it had a little bit of a spin on it, a little English. This one, another one like that. This one dug, but handled last time by the Tommies. Set, and they send a free ball over. Handled by the Spartans. Another set. Hessel hits it up and over and off the hands of the Tommy and out of bounds. That one might have been good just to let that one go. It might have been going long. 15-11, Stanwood leads. And Emma Floyd will come back, serving from the left-hand corner. She hits it hard and into the corner, dug out by the Tommies. Set, and they send a free ball up, settled by Hessel. Knocked up by Henkin and then knocked hard by Barrett. And she just hit a scorcher off a tomahawk and out in the corner. 16-11 now for the Spartans. Spartans coming from behind in this game. Here comes the next serve and dug by the Tommies. Set. And they do a little dink over, and I'm going to say there was a tomahawk got into the net. So we're going to have a timeout called.
Timeout.
So we are going to take a quick break. 17-11 our score. The Marysville Tomahawks trailing our Stanwood Spartans 17-11. This is Spartan Volleyball on TCSNsports.com.
These are the sounds of a dinner that almost didn't happen. A dinner now served thanks to people like you. Due to COVID-19, 17 million more Americans may face hunger. Feeding America is helping our neighbors in need. And if you're able, you can too. Donations are being accepted at feedingamerica.org/coronavirus. Brought to you by the Ad Council and Feeding America, 200 food banks strong.
Welcome back. 17-11 our score. Stanwood Spartans leading after trailing. They trailed by about 5 points, but made a comeback and now lead over the Marysville Pilchuck Tomahawks 17-11. Marysville calling a timeout. Spartans serving. Emma Floyd having success. I believe this is her fourth serve. It's a little knuckle ball and almost dug out by Ariana Turner of the Tomahawks, but she could handle it and out of bounds, and another point for the Spartans. 18-11. Here comes the Floyd serve. This one hit long and not handled and out of bounds. 19-11. You know, I always equate serving almost like a good pitcher. You vary the location, you vary the speeds, and that's exactly what Emma Floyd is doing right here with this set of serves. 19-11. Here comes floater into the corner, dug out by the Tommies. Set, and a hard spike, and in. I believe that was Lauren Rainey, their captain, who hit that one, and this makes it 19-12, and the Tommies will come back and take over. Rainey will be serving for the Tomahawks. Rainey walks up to the line and just hits a nice floater up. Set by the Spartans, and just some miscommunication there. That was set by Grace Henkin, but nobody there to eat from the plate. So 19-13. Comes the Rainey serve, another floater, dug out in the back. Set, and hit hard by Barrett. And kind of saved free ball over by the Tommies. Now set, and a hard one hit by Ruckert over, and not quite. Tommies get a free ball over. Hessel sets it up, And again, Henkin sets it, and Barrett hits a cross court and right in. Excuse me, I think that was Nigerman. Is that number 9 I see? Nope, that was Barrett. Barrett hit it cross court. So 2013. Now coming, the serve will be Olivia Ruckert, 5'11", junior. And just hit a fastball right into the net. 2014. Point goes to the Tommies. Now serving will be Cassidy Phelps. She's a senior. And hits a long, soft hit almost to the line. Dug out by Henkin. Hessel hits it up and over, but good block by number 5, Kaylee Carter, 6'1". Senior, blocked it right there to the line and got the point. So now 2016. Phelps, her second serve. Little soft one. Handled by the Spartans, set up by Henkin, and up and over, and a hard shot, but handled by the Tommies. They send a free ball up and over, and Henkin sets it up again, and Barrett puts it away. A fastball right in the corner. She's not as tall as maybe some of the other heavy hitters the Stanwood Spartans have had, but boy, she hits it hard as anybody I have seen in the Stanwood uniform. Now Spartans 21-15. And a serve, and this one just a little bit long. Henkin just a little bit much for that one, and floats over. Point goes to the Tommies. Emma Napiahi. Napiahi setting to serve. She's their libero. It's a hard one, up and over, dug out by Hessel, set by Henkin, and then up and over. And she, instead of hitting the hard fastball, she just kind of dinked it over. It was Barrett Anderson, and kind of put the Tommies out of gear there, and they let that one drop. 22-16. Barrett Anderson now will be serving. And she comes a fastball, dug out by the Tommies. Dig. They got to hit it over here. They hit it hard in the back, handled by Hessel. And then a large hard hit by Duffy. And kind of ricocheted around and down by the Tommies. They couldn't handle it. 23-16. Barrett Anderson sets up. Another hit, long, just misses the line. I think she decided to change the speed there and just got a little bit too much air underneath it. 23-17. Now serving will be Carly Scanlon again for the Tommies. Down by 6. It's a hard one, long, dug out by Hessel, set up by Henkin, and a hard hit by Ruckert and not handled by the Tommies. Kind of ricocheted off that back line. And a point for the Spartans. Spartans can put it away here. And to do that, they're going to ask Baylor Hessel to put this one in the books. A little soft arcing serve. Dug out by the Tommies. Set. And a hard hit. And this one finds floor. Hessel making a diving attempt there, and looks like she might be a little banged up here. And she says she's okay. 24-18. Baxter serving. Dug up by the Spartans. Henkin sets it. Ruckert, little backcourt free ball. Tommy's having a hard time finding what to do with it. They get it over, free ball. Henkin sets it up, and Ruckert tries to put it away, and it just a little bit outside. 24-19. Good set. Tommy's staying alive here, so Madison Baxter gets her third serve. Gonna be dug out by Hessel, set by Henkin, and hit hard, and putting it away was number 4, Mallory Duffy. And Spartans win this one 25-19. They win the first game, or the first set, and we will come back. We will have the set 2 right after these words. You're listening to Stanwood Spartan Volleyball on TCSNSports.com. This year has been a very trying year for many in our community, including many of our sponsors. TCSN has decided to broadcast this abbreviated sports season commercial-free in order to give Spartan fans an opportunity to watch and listen to the games. Now, TCSN is a business, and it does take money from our advertisers to cover our cost to broadcast. But until we have a regular sports year, we are glad to webcast Stanwood Spartan Sports for you, the fans. We encourage you to visit our many sponsors who have supported us in the past, as well as all of our local businesses in and around our community.
The COVID vaccine is a critical tool to protect yourself and in the pandemic.
But you might have questions about its safety. The same safety measures used for all vaccines were used for the COVID vaccine.
Tens of thousands participated in vaccine trials to prove it's safe.
Since then, millions of people of all races and ethnicities have gotten the vaccine and experienced only mild side effects.
I got the vaccine to protect myself, my family, and my patients.
When it's your turn, trust the facts. Get the vax.
Hi, this is Ozzy Osbourne. For many years, you know I've had a drink problem, and I'm trying to battle that problem every single day. But one thing I don't do, I don't drive my car when I'm drinking. I get someone to drive me. Do not drink and drive. It's the stupidest thing. If you drink, just don't drive. Not only are you going to hurt yourself, you may hurt some other person, and you wouldn't want that on your conscience, would you?
A public service announcement brought to you by the U.S. Department of Transportation, RAD, the National Association of Broadcasters, and the Ad Council.
Elton John, audition, take one.
My name is Elton John.
Cut there. Little less showbiz, Elton.
My name is Elton John.
Bit more showbiz.
My name is Elton John.
Let's go for your Michael Caine impression. Just let's see what it's like.
My name is Elton John.
Beautiful. Cut there.
The more people in society that get vaccinated, the more chance there is of eradicating the national COVID pandemic. It's really important to know that the vaccines have all been through and met the necessary safety and quality standards.
So this is the bit where you're going to have the vaccine now, Elton. So
right.
Just kind of pretend that you're having the vaccine from a nurse.
Oh.
What was that, Elton?
That was me acting.
Okay, let's cut there.
And as you can see, I'm still standing. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Wow, okay. Thanks, Elton. We'll let you know.
Oh. Well, at this short notice, you won't find anyone bigger.
And welcome back. Stanwood winning that one 25-19, taking the first ever set here in the brand new gymnasium. Spartans looking to hopefully come out with a win. Kind of took them a while to get going. They started off behind by about 5 points, but and the serving really started kicking in, and the defense was good, and ended up with a 6-point win in the first set. Again, we'd like to remind folks, if you're listening, you can also be watching this. Go to the Stanwood High School YouTube page or the Stanwood High School webpage. Hit the events, but if you go to Stanwood High School YouTube page, probably the easiest. And you can watch it as we call it. I'm Perry Williams. Again, Bob Crawford off tonight.
Set to start game 2.
So our volleyball expert not here, but
Carly Nijman.
do my best. Carly Nijman doing the serving to start this off here. She's the 5'5" junior. And sets a knuckleball over, just makes it over the net, and then dropping it over as Ruckert. Quick slam for a quick point for the Spartans. Tommy's kind of had, I think they were trying to set it, but it kind of went over on Spartans' side of the net, and Ruckert was right there to make him pay for the mistake. Here comes the second serve, and it's up and over, dug out by the Tommies. And a quick knockover by Tommies. Henkin sets it, and Barrett just hits a fastball, and just a little bit long. Whew. Just a little bit.
Serving for the Tomahawks, number 7, Cassidy.
So we're all tied at 1 apiece. That was first called in, then out. Now serving will be Cassidy Phelps. It's a long one in the back line. Oh, handled by the Spartans. Set by Henkin, knocked over by Barrett or Anderson. And Tommy's handle it. They knock it back up. Hessel gives it dig and save. And there's a set by Henkin, hit by Ruckert. Tommy's block it. Now set up by Hessel to Barrett and into the net. And the Tommies take a 2-1 lead. Cassidy Phelps set to serve. Soft one dug up by Hessel. Set up by Henkin. And knocked over by Nigerman. Tommies handle it, and they hit it long and out. So it's all tied up 2 apiece, and the Spartans will be serving again, and will be serving Olivia Ruckert, 5'11" junior. She hits it hard, but wide and out of bounds. 3-2, Marysville Pilchuck takes a 1-point lead. Now Emma Napiahi starting to move serving. Right on that back line, she comes up, hits it hard, dug out, set by Henkin. Hessel comes up and spikes it for the point. You don't see that very much by your libero to come in and hit it hard, but she can, and she did. 3-2. Good set by Henkin.
Spartans, number 4, Mallory Duffy.
Mallory Duffy coming in now for Hendrickson. So Henkin serving. Spins it around, hits it a few times. Now she's ready to go. Hits it, and the knuckleball jinks it over the net, and then knocked over Lily Jones. The 6-footer for the Stanwood Spartans just slammed that one down. Here comes Henkins. Serve, this one, a little lofted one. It's going to be handled by Baxter. They hit it over, and the spike and not handled by the Stanwood. Benjamin gave it a good try, but just couldn't catch up with it. So we're all tied up 4 apiece.
Serving for the Tomahawks, number 1.
Alyssa Hammondtree.
Hammondtree.
Set to serve now. And she hits it. And Hessel Baylor set by Henkin. And then Hart by Barrett. And off. Oh, I thought it was off a hand, but nope, out of bounds. So 5-4. Tommies take a 1-point lead. Hammondtree hits it hard. Hensel digs it up. Henkin digs it. And then another one hit right to the number 14, Becca Carter. She's 6'1". A little bit of height. She just knocked it down. And Tommies now have a 2-point lead. Hammondtree, this will be her 3rd serve. And it's a little soft dug out by Hessel. Set by Henkin. And this one hit long. Mallory Duffy hits it out, and now it's going to be a 7-4 lead. Hammondtree on a little bit of a run here. It's going to be her 4th serve for the Tommies. She hits a knuckleball, and this one caught some air and rode right up past the line. Hessel had to do a little gymnastic work there to get out of the way, but did. Spartans down by 2, 7-5. Spartans won the first set, 25-19.
Number 3,
Barrett Anderson set to serve. It's a hard one, and we call that one an ace. That had some wiggle on it. And Tommy's not able to handle it. Got much spin, but it moved a lot. She hits the second. This one does have some spin, dug out by Nahi Pahi. And they hit it over. Hessel digs up and over by Duffy. Set by the Tommies. They hit it hard and out of bounds. And it's going to be Spartan point. So we're all tied up, 7 apiece. Got 2 beautiful new scoreboards here in Stanwood's gymnasium. Here comes Barrett's 3rd serve, and this one, a hard one, dug out by Hammondtree. And they tried to get that one to Rainey, who was going to just one-handed over, but a little short and into the net. And the Spartans take the lead again, 8-7. Comes Barrett's serve, and that was fast. And barely handled on, and knocked back over. Henkin sets it, and Spartans do a little dig over, or a little bloop over. Tommies hold on to it, and into the net, though, as Cassidy Phelps tried to spike it, and a little short, so it's a 9-7 lead for Stanwood Spartans. And Barrett Anderson has a little bit of a run here, serving. And this one is going to be an ace. Nope, maybe? Nope, it's going to be a free ball. That one went almost to the ceiling, and the ceiling's way high. This one's set by the Spartans, and good save by Nahi Pahi. Free ball by the Tommies. Henkin sets it again, and this time Stanwood puts it over, and again saved by Nahi Pahi. And over, Henkin sets it. And this one, a blip. Nope, not going over. Or not over, but nope. Well, they're going to say a double hit by the Tommies. How about Floyd knocking it over? 10-7. A couple of really good saves by Napi Hai for the Tommies. Now a fastball dug out by Baxter. And the Tommies hit it hard and in the corner, a fastball, and that one's for a point, and they get it back. So 10-8 our score. Madison Baxter serving for the Tommies. A little bloop serve, and she just hit that. There was a little bit of a hole, hit it a lot softer than anybody was expecting. Hessel tried to get it. Here comes the second serve. Tommies, this is going to be long. Barrett gets it. Henkin sets it up. Floyd knocks it over. Free ball. Tommy set it up, and they didn't like the hit. Double hit. So Spartans will be serving. 10-9 our score.
Serving for your Spartans, number 12, Baylor Hessel.
Baylor Hessel getting set to serve. Arcs it, a soft one. Barrett sets it up. Henkel to Duffy. Ball knocked loose. Tommy is just bouncing it around. They get a free ball over. Now Hessel sets him up, and a hard one by Floyd, but blocked by the Tommies. They're two tall youngsters right in there getting the good block. Becca Carter at 6'1", and Madison Baxter at 5'10".
For the Tomahawks,
so it's 11-10. Becca Carter set to serve for the Tommies. And a hard one, let serve, but handled by Stanwood. Henkin sets it up, and Duffy puts a fastball right into the corner for the point. 11-10, Stanwood leads. This has been a pretty well-played game for the first game of the season. Knock on wood. And now coming in to serve for Stanwood will be Jolene Hendrickson. Jolene hits it hard, but this one is going to go low. And this will be a point for the Tommies. 12-11. Lauren Rainey. Rainey hits it over. Dug up by Hendrickson. And hit by Floyd. Hits a hard one, but handled by the Tommies. They set it up and get a free ball over. Hendrickson sets it up. That's Ruckert puts a fastball down, but again saved by the Tommies. They hit it hard one up. Barrett knocks it out. Henkin sets it up, and Hessel shits a fastball to the back corner, but saved by the Tommies. They hit a little alley-ooper, but they're going to say double hit. They didn't like the hit. Napiahi doing a good job getting to it, but carried it.
Number 6, Emma Floyd.
So now Emma Floyd set to serve for the Spartans. Little knuckleball again, had to dig it out. And Napiahi sets it up and over. Stanwood's Henkin sets it up. Barrett Anderson hits a hard fastball, but long. So Tommies keep it within 1 point. 13-12 our score. Stanwood leads by 1-0. And now coming in the ball game, Madison Baxter coming in for Caitlin Duxbury. And serving will be Ariana Turner for the Tommies.
Ariana Turner.
soft serve. Hendrickson sets it up, and this one is going to be hit hard by Duffy. Duffy hits it hard over, but and off a tomahawk finger. So it'll be Spartan ball, 13-12. And serving for the Spartans will be Ruckert. And she just hit that one wrong. I think I shouldn't have said anything about this being a well-played game. And Spartans made two uncharacteristic mistakes there last two possessions. 14-13 our score now. Napiahi, the libero for the Tommies, set to serve. It's a little soft one, dug out by Hendrickson, set by Henkin, and Floyd knocking it over, and Tommies handle it. Okay, Henkin sets it again. No, she puts it up and over. Handled by, no, they're going to say a double hit. They didn't like that hit by Henkin. So, point to the Tommies. It's going to be 14 apiece. Napiahi set to serve one more time. It's it. Saved by Hendrickson. Henkin sets it up and hit by Bezel, and she hits it right on the line. Point for the Spartans. We haven't seen that offense that consistently from libero for Stanwood. Usually liberos are for defensive stars, which Hazel is, but she's got some offense to her. Spartans serving, and it's going to be Hendrick, and this one just getting over. Hendrick sets it up, and Barrett Anderson smokes a fastball right down the middle. Right off the top of the Stanwood tee on the floor. 16-14. Grace Henkin set to serve her second serve. Knuckleball this time. Napiahi sets it up, but nobody there for the Tommies to take care of it, and a point for the Spartans. Henkin, this will be her third serve. Another knuckleball gets over by the Tommies, and this free ball to the Spartans send it over. Now Marysville sets it up, and a hard hit by their tall young lady, Becca Carter. She put it right in the corner. 17-15, Stanwood leads by 2. So Alyssa Hammondtree set to serve. Hessel digs it out, set by Henkin. Barrett Anderson hits a fastball, handled by the Tomahawks. They set it up, and Hessel right there, and Henkin will set it one more time, and this time put over, and that, I believe, was number 2 for the Spartans. Lily Jones knocking that one over. Lily Jones, 6-footer for Stanwood. 17-15. And Barrett Anderson now will be serving for the Stanwood Spartans, and we've got a timeout. So Spartans lead it with 1-0, and they lead this second set 17-15. We'll be back. This is Stanwood Spartan Volleyball on TCSNSports.com.
Papa, can't we telegraph while riding a horse? Son, there ain't no one to blame but Jeffro. He was riding old Betsy the Stallion, tip-tapping away at his telegraph when blam, ran right into the side of the saloon. Well, if Jeffro can't do it, neither should you. Don't text and drive.
Visit StopTextStopWrecks.org. A message brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, Project Yellow Light, and the Ad Council.
You're listening to Stanwood Spartan Sports on TCSNSports.com.
Hi, we're the Goo Goo Dolls. We're fortunate that our daughters have what they need to grow and learn. But that isn't the case for nearly 13 million kids in the U.S. that struggle with hunger.
Childhood hunger is a heartbreaking reality that Feeding America is working to change. Each year, the Feeding America network of food banks rescues billions of pounds of good food that would have gone to waste and provides it to families and children in need.
You can help kids in need in your community by visiting feedingamerica.org.
Brought to you by Feeding America and the Ad Council.
And welcome back. Stanwood High School, brand new gymnasium. Hope you're enjoying either listening to the game or better yet, watching it on the Stanwood High School YouTube. Stanwood leads 18-15. Barrett Anderson set to serve. A knuckleball dug out by the Tommies. And this one hit long back in. And they're going to say a double hit. Getting to that one was Lauren Rainey. So make it 19-15. Here comes Barrett Anderson serve. This one long and wide. So the Tommies will get a point on the board and the ball go back to them. Madison Baxter set to serve. Slaps the ball hard now, runs at the line, serves it up. Baylor Hessel digs it out. Sent over to Floyd. Floyd knocks it into the corner. And then a block right there at the net by the Spartans. And I believe that was Carter that got up there for the block. And they didn't like the Marysville had. We'll take another double hit, so it'll be Spartan ball, 20-16. Baylor Hessel serving. Knuckleball handled by the Tommies. They set it up and over. Hessel digs it up. Set by Henkin. And a hard hit by Duffy. And this one up and out of bounds. Make it 21-16. Mallory Duffy. It's another hard hitter. Spartans have got some young ladies who can hit it hard.
Number 12, Baylor Hessel.
Hessel serves third serve. Dug by the Tommies. Set up by Carter. Little alley-oop shot up, but Henkin digs and saves it. Excuse me, that was going to be Emma Floyd saves it. And I think they're going to call a point. I think they're going to say Tommy went into the net. 21-16. Hessel comes over the serve, dug out by Carter. And Tommy's dig it over. Set by Anderson. And they didn't like the set by Barrett Anderson, so they're going to give the point to the Tomahawks. And Becca Carter will be serving. Becca hits a hard. Dug by Barrett Anderson. Henkin sets it, and Emma Floyd digs it into the corner. Handled by the Tommies. They got to get a free ball over. Duffy sets it up to Henkin, and then right there, to knock it back was going to be Duffy. Gets the point, 23-17. Spartans will be looking to nail the door shut right here. Coming to serve will be Jolene Hendrickson. 5'11" junior. It's a hard one. A little wiggle on it. Spin. Handled by the Tommies and up and over. And Hendrick tried to block it, but I think she was into the net. So, no. They said the Tomahawk were in there. So 24-17. Hendrickson. Jolene set to serve. This one, she put some steam on it. Set by Carter, and they hit it up and over. Hendrickson gets over to Henrik, to Barrett Anderson, and this one, it just didn't get there. She hit it a little long and out. So Rainey set to serve for the Tomahawks. Get up, Hendrickson digs it out. Henrik sets it. Emma Floyd does a little dink. Back to Henrik. Henrik knocks it over. Hits it where they ain't, and the Spartans take the second set, 25-18. Spartans take a 2-0 lead. And we'll come back with set number 3 right after these words. You're listening to Stanwood Spartan Volleyball here on TCSNSports.com.
You want to find out about all the events and happenings that affect you where you live? The source to go to? The Stanwood Camino News. Check out the weekly edition every Tuesday. For the latest breaking news, sports, and weather, go to Stanwood Camino News website, scnews.com. Online 24/7. So for the news that affects you where you live, go to scnews.com and the weekly Stanwood Tomato News.
Hi, this is Ozzy Osbourne. For many years, you know I've had a drink problem, and I'm trying to battle that problem every single day. But one thing I don't do, I don't drive my car when I'm drinking. I get someone to drive me. Do not drink and drive. It's the stupidest thing. If you drink, just don't drive. Not only are you going to hurt yourself, you may hurt some other person, and you wouldn't want that on your conscience, would you?
A public service announcement brought to you by the U.S. Department of Transportation, RAD, the National Association of Broadcasters, and the Ad Council.
I'm probably okay to have one more drink before I drive home. I'm probably okay. I open the window to stay alert. Probably okay. I just popped some gum in my mouth.
Step out of the car, please.
I probably made a mistake.
Probably okay isn't okay when it comes to drinking and driving. If you see a warning sign, stop and call a cab, a car, or a friend. Buzzed driving is drunk driving. A message brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Hi everyone, Al Roker here. As a guy with his own catchphrase, I appreciate that Smokey's only said,
"Only you can prevent wildfires."
But I'm filling in because there's a lot more to report. Like when there are parched or windy conditions out there, you gotta be extra careful with things like burning yard waste. After all, wildfires can start anywhere, even in your neck of the woods. Go to SmokeyBear.com to learn more about wildfire prevention. Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service and the State Forest and the Ad Council.
U.S. Kids presents What to Expect When You're Expecting a Teenager. Learning the Lingo.
GOAT, G-O-A-T, acronym, stands for Greatest of All Time. As in, spaghetti sandwiches for dinner? They're my fave. Dad, you're the GOAT.
You don't have to speak teen to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care would love you just the same. Visit adoptuskids.org. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, Adopt U.S. Kids, and the Ad Council.
And welcome back here to Stanwood High School, the brand new gymnasium where the Stanwood Spartans so far have not lost a set in the building. Granted, they've only played two. They won the first set 25-19, won the second 25-18. And so far, I got to say I'm pretty impressed with the quality of volleyball Stanwood Spartans have played. They've been able to spread the points around. Barrett Anderson getting her points, but you're also seeing some points by Mallory Duffy, Emma Floyd, Olivia Ruckert, and also we're seeing Baylor Hessel, the libero for the Spartans, getting in on the scoring act. So Spartans, they would like nothing more to remain undefeated here at home, not give up a set. So 2-0. And again, we are broadcasting on TCSNsports.com, but you can also watch it on the Stanwood YouTube channel. Go to Stanwood High School YouTube. You just put Stanwood High School in the YouTube browsing bar. It'll come right up, and just click on it, and you can watch and listen at the same time. All right, Tommy's starting it all off. Lauren Rainey, the captain, serves it. And this one hit over by Ruckert, and I think his point for the Tomahawks is, I think Sarton got into the net. I'm Perry Williams. Bob off tonight, our volleyball expert. All right, Henkin sets it up. Barrett Anderson hits it hard, but into the net. Tomahawks 2-0 lead. Tommies in both sets had early leads, about a 5-point lead in the first set, but Stanwood quickly erased it. The second serve dug up by Hendrickson, set up by Henkin. Over by Floyd, into the net, and that's not going to go. See, that's Carly Nigerman hit that one. So Rainey, a little bit of a run here, 3-0. Marysville Pilchuck leading. Her third serve hit long. Hendrickson digs it out. Henkin sets it up. Hessel hits it, but long got a lot of air. And that one goes out of bounds, make it a 4-0 Marysville Pilchuck Tomahawk lead. Rainey It's a long, soft one, and she touched it. And they're going to say she just got it. It was going long, and that was one of those that you kind of, if you hit it and it was going to go out, they'll yell out here. If you let it go, she just kind of grazed it, but it would go out. So 5-0. Here comes the the sixth serve by Rainey. And Spartans handle it. Then a quick move by Barrett Anderson. I believe that was number 8. Olivia Ruckert knocking it over, and Spartans get that point, and they get back on serving end. Going to rotate some players in, and now serving for the Stanwood Spartans will be
number 18, Jamie Sabo.
Jamie Sabo. She hits it, and a nice serve, and Tomahawks get it over, but set by Henkin. Henkin sets it up, not set it, but she brings it over. Rainey sets it for the Tommies. They hit it over, and Hendrickson just quite couldn't get it over there. So the Tommies will get the ball back, and they have a 6-1 lead. Becca Carter will be serving for the Tommies. It's a hard one, dug out by Najman, and then a hard hit right down the middle, and that hit by Lily Jones. 6-foot young lady, she's got some reach, and she put some steam on that one. Now, Grace Henkin. Grace Henkin setting to serve. Floater. Dug out in the back for the Tommies. And they get a free ball over, and they didn't like the hit. Kind of a double hit there by the Tomahawks, and Spartans get another point on the board. Grace Henkin has kind of a deceptively tough serve to handle. Another floater into the corner. Dug out by Hammondtree. And the Tommies hit it up hard and over, but long. Henkin's serve, again, doesn't look tough, but it's got a little bit of wiggle on it. It's got some movement, and she's good at changing the pace and picking her spots. And this one is a knuckleball into the corner to Hammondtree again. Set by the Tommies. They hit it up and over. Hessel digs it out. Henkin sets it up, and knocking it over is going to be Duffy. The Tommies handle it, and then Barrett Anderson tries to knock it over, but Tommy's right there to save it. Henkin sets it. Hessel back over to Barrett. Barrett trying to get into the corner. Does, saved by Napiahi. Tommies again save it, and we've got somebody into the net, and I think it's going to be the Tommies into the net. It's going to be Spartan point. So now it was a 6-1 lead by the Marysville Pilchuck Tomahawks. Now cut to a 1 point, 6-5. Here comes the Henkin serve, and again, hard to handle. It went off the hands of Madison Baxter and out of bounds. She just put some little bit of mojo on that one. Comes serve. Again, a knuckleball barely handled by the Tomahawks. And they try to hit up, but blocked. Lily Jones right there to block it for the Spartans, and the Spartans take a lead 7-6. Here comes Baylor. I think this is her 4th serve. And again, a knuckleball and an ace. It just hit hard enough so it kind of has some movement on it. Doesn't look like it's going to be that hard to handle, but she has just got them twisted up in knots. Here comes the 5th serve, and another ace by Henkin. 9-6, Stanwood leads. I'm glad you have some video on this. Here comes, and a little soft one. That's I believe that is 4 in a row. 10-6. Now she's change of speed, dug out by Napiahi, and they try to hit it over, set up, and knocking into the net, Carly Scanlon. And Spartans leads 11-6. It's fun to watch. Henkin serve. Another ace. It's just like a pitcher who, changes speeds, changes where you put it. And that time she just hit a soft one right over the net and it died. Now she hits it back in the corner. Napiahi tries to set it and she double touched it. She's kind of upset with the call. 13-6. Let's see where Henkin puts it now. And another diving one. This one dug out by the Tommies. They hit it up and over, and this time Baylor Hessel tried to dig that one out, just a little bit short, and Tommies get back on the board now. Their libero, Emma Napiahi, will be serving. 13-7 our score. She hits it hard. Hessel digs it out. Henkin sets it up. Barrett Anderson hits a fastball, but long. Barrett saying it was touched. It might have been, but referees didn't see it. So 13-8. Napiahi set for her second serve. She changes the speed. Hessel digs it up. Henkin sets it up. Hessel does a little blooper over the net, and it drops in for the point. 14-8. Spartans lead 2-0, winning the first 25-19, the second 25-18. Now Barrett Anderson will be serving. And we may have a timeout. We do, so we are going to take a break. You're listening to Stanwood Spartan Volleyball on TCSNSports.com.
You're listening to Stanwood Spartan Sports on TCSNSports.com.
1 in 3 adults has prediabetes. 1 in 3. That means it could be you, your football buddy, your football buddy, or you, your best man, your worst man, you, your dog walker, your cat jogger. While 1 in 3 adults has prediabetes, with early diagnosis, prediabetes can be reversed. Take the risk test at doihaveprediabetes.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and its prediabetes awareness partners.
And welcome back. 14-8 our score. Stanwood leads in this third set. And it's been a well-played game by the Stanwood Spartans. And this is a young team. This would be a good way to start the season, a good way to break in this brand new gymnasium. And just amazing serving by Grace Henkin. Now another good server will come into the line, will be Barrett Anderson. Barrett takes a run at it, puts a hard fastball in, and this one is dug up and hit over. Free ball. Saved by Anderson. Henkin digs it out, and there was a killer of a shot by Emma Floyd. She just put a fastball in the back line, and the Tommies couldn't hold on to it. 15-8. Barrett comes up, hits another hard one, and this is an ace. Just very impressed with the serving so far of the Stanwood Spartans. I know I say that. I might be, if she hits us into the net, I'll take the blame for it. And she hits a fastball dug out by Napiahi. Henkin digs it out. Hessel sets it up. Duffy hits it into the corner, dug out by the Tommies. Napiahi sets it up and over to Hammondtree. And Floyd knocks over. Free ball for the Spartans. And Tommy's trying to get it over the net. They're going to have a free ball. Barrett handles it. Henkin sets it back in, and Floyd knocks it where they are not. Looked like a hook shot. Excuse me, I think that was Lily Jones who knocked it over and in. And now Spartans, another roster change. Coming with Kaylin Conley. She's going to come in. She's a 6'4" junior. Going to come in and add some height to the line. 17-8 our score.
Serving for your Spartans, number 3, Barrett Anderson.
Barrett changes up a little softball serve this time and handled by the Tommies. Barrett digs it. Henkin sets it. And Floyd knocks it where they're not. Hit it where they ain't. And that's exactly what the Spartans have been doing. 18-8 our score, a 10-point lead for the Stanwood Spartans, who trailed again by about 5 points in this third set. Here comes Barrett's serve. Fastball and an ace. And that was going out. Napiahi knew that one was going to be out, I think, after she hit it, but just instinctive reaction, just a fastball right by her right shoulder, and she knocked it out of bounds. Barrett sends another fastball, another ace by the Stanwood Spartans. And I apologize tonight. We do not, normally when we have two of us here, we have, I'm the one that keeps stats, but unfortunately tonight, just me. I can't talk and chew gum, let alone talk and keep stats. Barrett sends a soft one over. And Barrett digs it out. Henkin sets it. Hazel Baylor puts a shot over. Handled by the Tommies. Then a little hook shot up and over. And this one almost. Got a big ping-ponging around back there, and the Tommies are going to get a point. 20-9. The reason I mentioned that is I think Spartans almost have to be close to double-digit ace serving tonight. Tommies serve, and this one into the net. So serving will be Alyssa Hammondtree for Marysville. Tommies need a big run right here. And they get up. Hessel digs it out, saves it. Henkin knocks it up in the air. Floyd knocking up and over. And Tommy sending the free ball up and over and out of bounds. 20-11 our score. Hammondtree will be serving one more time for Marysville. Let's remind you, Friday we've got soccer, girls soccer taking on Snohomish. Hammondtree serves this one, dug out by Hessel, set by Henkin, and knocked over by Lily Jones, but no, I think they say he went into the net. 20-12. Coming in will be Kaylee Carter for the Tommies. Long serve, long, and it is out. So 21-12. And get some more players coming in for Stanwood. I think Piper Harden coming in. Piper, 5'5" junior. She's going to get a chance to serve. Spartans traditionally have a very deep bench. Coach Admonson good at getting all her players in. This is a hard serve by Piper. Dug out by the Tommies and hit over, but long. 22-12. I think, yeah, 22-12, looking at the scoreboard. Piper Harden hits another hard one. Dug out by the Tommies. Set up and hit hard up and over. Henkin does a good job digging it out. And this one, Floyd knocks it up into the net, knocks it up and over. Napiahi sets it up. Tommies tried to do a little bloop. Spartan's not going to fall for it. Henkin sets it. Floyd hits a hard one to the right. Napiahi saves it. Then they get a free ball. Henkin will set it up again. And Floyd goes with the dink. That's not going to work. Tommies come right back. They set it up, hit it hard. Barrett Anderson's going to dig it up and over, and just going to say Floyd, I think, is going to go into the net. No, what? This is where I wish we had one of those mics that could hear what the referees are going to talk about. Ball went over, but I thought Spartan went into the net. So they're not awarding the point. And Piper Harden will be serving again, 22-12. And she just rifles it up and over, dug out by the Tommies. And a good block by Lauren Rainey, the captain of the Tommies. They get the point, 22-13. And serving for Marysville will be Kaylee Carter. Nope. Carly Scanlon's going to serve. They're going to need to get a run here. 22-13. Dangerously close to being shut out in this opening volleyball match here at the Stanwood High School Gymnasium. Served over, saved by Hessel. Digs it up and over. Free ball for the Tommies. They set it up. So a Hammond Tree and a hard hit, but Barrett Anderson digs it out. Henkin sets it up over, and Ruckert tries to put it over, but a good block by Kaylee Carter of the Tommies. And Marysville stays alive, 22-14. Here comes a Scanlon serve. Barrett Anderson digs it out. Henkin tried to save that one. That dig by Anderson kind of flew a little bit further than she thought. Got onto the Tommy side, and Carter right there to knock it down. Here comes the Scanlon serve, 22-15. And this one, Hessel digs it out and up and over. You know, it was Conley. Conley knocking over for the Spartans. And this one not handled by Carter. And on the turf, and it's now 23-15. Spartans bringing it out. Some players in and out.
Jolene Hendrickson, she is set to serve.
Jolene Hendrickson coming in.
Number 14.
And Kaylin Conley going out. Also coming in for Stanwood will be
Kessler.
Misha Kessler, also coming in for Stanwood. So Jolene Hendrickson can see if she can put the nail in the coffin for the Stanwood Spartans over the Tomahawks. She hits a hard one. Dug out by Napiahi. Set and blocked by Ruckert, and it goes down 24-15. Olivia Ruckert, all 5'11". She gives a good wingspan as well. She's got good hops. She gets up there, blocks it, and gets the point for Stanwood. 24-15. Here comes the Hendrickson serve. And just a little short into the net. So Marysville Pilchuck, they're on the ropes, but the candlelight flickering, but still there. Kaylee Carter set to serve for the Tommies. And she serves it out of bounds, and that is going to do it. Stanwood wins this one 25-16.
With that, your Stanwood Spartans win game 3, 25-16. They win tonight's best of 5.
And they win the best of 5. They won the first game 25-19, second 25-18, and this one 25-16. And they take the first 3, and they remain, they are undefeated here on this brand new gymnasium, and that's what you want to do as you start off your season in this brand new gymnasium. We'll come back and we'll talk about the game right after these words. You're listening to Stanwood Spartan Volleyball on TCSNSports.com.
Neil Armstrong waited 6 hours and 39 minutes to step onto the surface of the moon. Jackie Robinson waited 20 months to play his first game with the Brooklyn Dodgers. And even DiCaprio had to wait 22 years to win an Oscar. You can wait until your destination.
Visit StopTextStopWrecks.org. A message brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, Project Yellow Light, and the Ad Council.
Steven.
Who said that?
Me, down here.
Ugh, what are you, a yellow booger?
I'm a banana slug, Steven.
What are you doing in my room?
I'm your sense of adventure. It's been a long time since we've had an adventure in the forest.
Mom took me to the forest last year.
I'm a slug, Steven. It took me a long time to get here.
You're right. I should get out.
Yeah, the forest is not that far away.
Hey, Mom!
Come to the